120 Minutes. I'm Jancy Dunn, and joining me now is my very special guest, Alanis Morissette, whose new album is Supposed Former Infatuation Junkie. Welcome.
Thank you.
We asked Alanis to pick some of the videos that she'd like to see tonight, and the first one she picked is from Jeff Buckley. Why is Jeff dear to your heart?
I just love his spirit and his whole energy, and I also love when men use their voice so unselfconsciously and just really feminine, masculine, all over the place, and he just, he was and is my favorite.
Your very favorite, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now I want to ask you, of course, about your new album after the gargantuan success of your last one. Is it really true that you were thinking of giving up making another record entirely?
There was a period of time where I contemplated not doing it again. I hadn't really processed all of what had gone on during the tour for Jagged Little Pill, and I think I needed to do that before I jumped in again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then you went to India, and you said that you were still, for the first time probably in your life.
Yeah.
And I wanted to know how you sort of bring that stillness back and keep it within you now that tour madness is starting and, you know, with the album out and so forth. How do you do it?
It's a challenge, definitely. Whenever I feel myself getting in sort of too kinetic, I just stop again, and I just bring it in, and I pace myself much more so now than ever before, and say no a little more often and say yes to a little more often too, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's take a look at the Jeff Buckley video. This is from the album Grace. It is Jeff with The Last Goodbye on 120 Minutes. Jancy Dunn here with my guest tonight, Alanis Morissette. So, Alanis, you co-produced this, so formal, right? You co-produced this album with Glenn Ballard, and I've heard that sometimes you would write the song, go into the studio, record it that day, and it would be done. And I just want to know why this insane pace of recording seems to work for you.
It's just the way that we started doing it. As soon as we met each other, I guess it was in 1994, we would write and record it all at the same time to kind of capture the spirit on tape. And I don't like being overly precious about the writing and recording of a song. I think that it can kind of write itself, and the sooner you get it onto tape, the better.
Well, we will have more with Alanis when 120 Minutes returns, and we'll see what other videos she chose for us. I'm Jancy Dunn, and I'm here with Alanis Morissette. Her new album is Supposed Former Infatuation Junkie, and it seems that, you're fun to laugh with. I know it.
Okay.
So it seems like some of the themes on the album are reconciliation and reaching out. There's a song about your mother and about your father. And then there's one called Unsent about former boyfriends, and you name-check the guys. And then apparently, is it really true that you called them up and said, hey, Jonathan, I'm going to write about you? And they said, okay. How did this come about?
Yeah, I did talk to some of them. Not all of them were actually romantic kind of involvement. Some of them were people I actually connected with in an intense way or may have worked with or whatever. But I did call some of them, and I used variations on their names and nicknames because I didn't want to be so specific that it was, you know, invasion of their privacy or anything. So this song kind of forced me to connect with them directly as opposed to my, once again, getting away with writing a song about something and not kind of dealing directly with them. So it was good in that way, but also very healing, kind of closure for a lot of it, which I'd never really experienced before with songs.
And you were very complimentary, and what you learned about, what you took from all of them, what you learned, and... all right, well, now we have Alanis' next video pick, and it is from Liz Phair. You have a little personal connection with Liz, right?
Yes, yeah.
For opening up for you on tour.
Yeah, we're playing together. I love Liz. I've loved her since I first heard her, you know, and her new record I really love, so it's great to be playing with her.
Right. Well, here is something from her new record. This is from White Chocolate Space Egg. It's Liz Phair with Polyester Bride on 120 Minutes tonight. From the album Living in Clip, that was Ani DeFranco with In or Out here on 120 Minutes. That song is available on her studio album, Imperfectly, and it was Alanis' third video pick. Jancy Dunn here, and stick around because after the break, I'll be talking more with Alanis Morissette, who keeps making me laugh. And the next hour, Orgy will be here. That's variety, isn't it? So stay tuned. Welcome back to 120 Minutes. I'm Jancy Dunn, and I'm hanging out with the delightful Alanis Morissette. So music, you're not just about music. You have a photography website, apparently, right?
I have some photographs and poems and kind of any sort of form of expression that is coming out at that time. I'm going to be throwing up on the website, yeah.
Okay, and the website is alanismorissette.com, is it not?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's a little plug. You like that? I did that. And also, you are going to be in a film called Dogma, directed by Kevin Smith.
Mm-hmm.
And why don't you tell the viewers who you play? Because it's quite the role.
It's a small role of God, and it's funny, and it's and Kevin Smith wrote it, and he directed it, and he's brilliant. And I read the script a long time ago, and I just was completely blown away by it. So to be part of it was really great.
How did you prepare for the role?
I didn't.
Uh-huh.
I think the point is that we're all God, and you don't really have to prepare because we already are it in our own way. Whatever we are is already God. So.
And Ben Affleck is also in the movie, and he said
Yes.
that you, his impression of you, was that you were incredibly Canadian.
Yes.
And he would imitate your accent. I heard an imitation. It was the best.
Horrible. He has the worst Canadian accent. Actually, it's Irish. He speaks with an Irish accent and says it's Canadian. Yes.
Well, thank you very much for dropping by.
Thanks for having
20 minutes.
Yeah.
And if you haven't already, be sure to pick up Alanis' new album, Supposed Informer. Nice, huh?
Informal.
Yeah. Former infatuation junkie. And while you're at it, pick up her debut album, Jagged Little Pill. And look for her on tour with Liz Phair and Garbage. But before you go, let's find out what your last video pick of the evening is.
My last pick is Classic Girl by Jane's Addiction. We listened to this a lot on the tour last time around.
Enjoy it, and thank you again, Alanis.
Thank you.